Former youth organizer, me channel, and an asiasukwa, a dancer for no, me fomunia grow crack. And all the constituency chairman in Ashanti region and the pay, I say good morning to all of you. Young Kwai.
Yogo kata uda be jasna no penny tin constituency no to dwena betina ba twena ba kwani na paso efia ha de wo ba yi twene tia ka no just say
Obia bedidi. Abanga so Obia bedidi.
Hey, Abanga.
Abanga is a political risk kid.
Hey, yes, now no be come.
The Ashanti region, I can say on authority, say the youth wing, constituency youth organizers, it is divided between Abanga and Poop. Yes. Ashanti region, the Hope in Poop, Michael Oseboatin, and Minia Abanga Yakubu Sini.
That one, good yeah, Unimasi.
And also Mabano Motono Sosono. A youth organizers no kwa. And I think DCs are less than 40 years, MPs, ministers, and I think CEOs. I stand to be correct, but I know say most was our caption be my privilege be a whole ma less than 40 years so but two youth organizers now then Tescon reps and yet Tescon president Tescon reps from all the institutions our party recognize here what Tescon honum omuna toba ntinyam bebrebeli nyina na tum bom ekoto nti nipa kakra bi tutumi crow mu ya of course and this time they are looking out for somebody who will serve their interest and somebody who will serve them independently. They say obia we na de meba asumasi na de meba anasa asumasi nti montoma me debi me ya adwuma wa ha anasa me wa ha oseme de mema ba say I can work with you me the way na eba emeburu na betumi aboa. And I think so far nano was it Friday omuba ha motina si edin komono the youth organizers across the country ehwe omu monitor program no and metima kase besine dodo na de mukoto abama no kakra bi na besesa because of name be am nim se besisi ntia but Ashanti region so no any lead we no
okay
we have semampon etimi eto maban san yakọ national elections na dia na just say 47 constituencies na 94 delegates and a be free hanum obia any the deputy and omako and house so war I think tertiary institutions no do na and so ewa test conference so be free akono and so do so ntino if you try and say unya dominate Ashanti region votes na urban there na just say you are good to go
hey
asema make the minim the mate and say the city and America no me say Ashanti region is divided between Pope and Abanga. Pope and Abanga. Na Enfina Nkosibia Tuesday, Wednesday no. It can fall for Abanga. Yes.
You hope said this time you will be born in Shenmotu.
Dino the and no I'm salam Mustafa the roadmaster no Ashanti region obedin komo only youth organizers ni ebedin komo Sunday no so no youth organizers no eba Ashanti region omunyina ba Kumasi ebeshia Akopres Akopres oh Akopres Dr. Owusu Afie Akoto for president Akopres youth organizers nina beshia no this weekend or your meetings pa we share organizers we share secretaries we share women organizers we share youth organizers na youth organizers no eba no if ahuni bebere didi nkomo enra so mba beshia salam ekoe no ye engage binum through other means binum go we engage wo nim say ni engage you and that is what it's
opinion pool
moving within their discussion no the air cost no and the election is also within the main person because I'm saying a campaign and can become the front line is not.
And what do you tell you?
My main fancy.
Sir, chairmanship, no. As a business also in a contest, maybe said the Oyama youth organizers, no.
Yes. We'll be in Accra from Monday, and we'll try and do something.
Okay.
For the national organizers and the national chairpersons.
Good.
Something is going to happen.
Hey.
Foko Nana Juma Foko. This is where Ghana listens. This is where Ghana watches.
Oh yeah, the Obinyo video. Oh yeah, the Obinyo video. Abeka kana. Oh the president charges Obama.
Mamena chairman Wontumi ase.
Yes.
Na memona baso. And something big happened na menim say creative industry no. The stakeholders ni na no will be very happy. And wasa launch the old concert party na yenim no. Uze me hint e wa ha ntinura at the National Theatre. Omo asa ya relaunch no kama say the movement TV so I can promise omo movement TV say enumre Electoral concert party no esa be bad din die omutimi yiye e ma amanfo hweye die omutwagu ho omantumi anyini nyina nti bohunu nkomode ho ahwani acrobat no when the days acrobat started concert party ebinum kura ni mumfi say movie acting ya no started no those days ni na jakunum everybody and ra omo launching fe e National Theatre.
Wow.
Accra. The chema Wontumi etumi eye eno ntino but din.
When you are stronger than Apata.
Ntino no edie eno no. Yanko na nkomo ofia ha. Nkomo ofia. Yanko.
Na yakwa na ya de daily graphic be sha sia matiefo. Na oyiba unsa kan tete no na je say ya say na ye holiday na je say school fu ani age na eno ye say oko schools ahodo mu a sanse achechefo bi ese wonmu eti atuan ntine ma school fu binum enya je say oko school mu ahodo a say omunya akwan di agro kakra ano no daily graphic de bokata what the ababa tudwa na no pe we hwe daily graphic nanimu a ana down nkwada no ne wo ho no ana afen so kire say yeah Ghana ni bi ana kire say UK team bi a wonum ya brand soda adwuma wona di o manim nti kire say wabomoden pa kodanim pa ana afen so no tobu tadwumafo adadafo no wo petition president say onye wonu madum no madwuma no mja to kakra ama niam mu ayi kakra enti anonso daily graphic a yade mu nsema beto atefo anim ya wuri ni enko Ghanaian Times the work atamu Ghanaian Times the work atamu na no paya omampeni Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo Addo katafeto su dinsia ena nsem nyina wo na hwe animu ne dia asem odi atudwa eni wo say 500 million euros ena afe Mansuhuni Valley railway akwan no onso yin ba adwumtofo bi bo man Ghana na efem keteke yarigbo chuo nti say keteke akwan no mampeni edisika pudu akwakorema ena odi aso akwakobo from said e be ya sa Mansuhuni Valley keteke akwan no wo be yi na chese timi ademu na chese keteke hudwumedie no niema timi akoso Ghanaian Times the worker tantuje mampeni said wo na akwan wo mayi akwanimu pa nti na chese no wasem eno no GS Ghana Education Service wo mutisa achachefo no say wonu cost strike no say headmasters momra na ade na wo say ye ntoto yankwada no wunya na yetimi bo mo ban o sukuru ahodo mu eni nti Professor Opoku Amankwa ni mfoni eda ni mu ha ana nkran montin so ade hye o mu asema o moka o mu che say nsuo yiri fa won nsuo eyiri ade fa won Ghanaian Times the workata na nsuo yiri ya na kyerɛ gata tutu nneɛma gu mu no yɛnyai sansensase no dodoɔ no ebi wɔ hɔ a na ɛwɔ lowland area nti otutu nneɛma de gu gata mu na gata ne choke a nsuo no ebe pia ba na wɔne osisi dan sisi nsuo mu nso wɔnyai ɛbɛ ne si ane ɛbɔ aba so bɔ nanso technocrats yahu physical planning for and engineers no madaroma mommoaye na yanko chronicle the wakata mu brasu sam da ubo krata chronicle na no pay wadi biaba wadi aba betu nanimu na yo chronicle animu ha oya kwanda animu na tobutu na awanimu ho no enti tobu change my phone no ma asema wo kan say yan san fa umra bio na say ko fie kakra no a che kakra e wo ho enti enale ya chese ensem bia ba betodwa chese niema bi koso a enkoye falances mu nti ase dream die bi koso no say enya no kre enye no kro tie abu no rodo hwa dasem ade de wo ye na wo ye odwuma ye enya den ya obenya nipa bi a ye yi nanso no ni na no atro na afa kete ka kwa nwa asem amampeni na wokọ ye manso mete manso nam ka se ye ne manso ya se ye atoi mantem manso huni valley eno so e wo honum ti na eno asem ne wasem anyen chronicle the wakata na wode aba abetu edwa yanko katafufro mu the finder the wakata so di biaba and also washa say non traditional export goods no ranking no 3.33 billion 2021 na just trade and industry ministry no konanim orura land kojo chematen ene ne dom wonu ebo adwuma trade and industry ministry opa and one sem ho na afen so no
I listened to him on Oman FM last night.
Yes.
And he was so fantastic.
Yes.
I was asking myself, your ministers, see, are they? Some of them are known to be good, very good communicators, very, very good political communicators. And I listened to Honorable Alanche Martin and Ra on Oman FM. And I wish to say, especially himself.
Yes.
He was absolutely fantastic.
Yes.
I love listening to him, and he did so well. Niema or church ye the abino aye and the reasons why ye kwa and why the Ghanaian people should still have trust and confidence in this government. Honorable Anchaba did so well. Minister Senisi was in Antimungum. You cannot fault this government for where we are today. We are there, never back right the national. You can't generalize it, and I am a fan of more you too. Ebia, about the NDC are buying led by John Mahama Woha, Kagana, the Atu and Kenyabini. We have a story to tell. But how we are telling the story and the careers of the message, you know, and we say Yahu Ajuma Eyi. Yanko ya mama mo ade adwuma pa right land ko Chamatin no dom. Na fe so no ya say the general Jambodu nipa bi no mu twa tro de gu no so twa tro de fa no ho a ana ne team no ba bonti be ka say ensema mo nkofo bi ka ade fa no ho no omu edi atro ade fa no ho nti no amoni ada honum so tibia no atie ne saa nti a cheche for strike ya wo mu ekono GS Asia ye no mu Asia teacher unions no Asia no ma pensem ni nyina ano enu egubre the finder the worker ta enso the mampeni nana adodankwa akufo ado say 500 million euros no akwa yekete ka akwa ho sika ho dwumadi no eno nso ho asem wode aba betudwa eno no akuriche nsem nyina jagu pay 2 eno ho asem ana wode aba yanko the daily statesman the worker temu the daily statesman the worker tanso edi biaba na wo hwe krata nanim a trade and industry minister asem ayaka ye no esan so ebo ho saa ana afen so no kete ka kwa ho asem no eno so wani mu saa
ora ya osafo mafo kanani afa no ya de yi say
na say the fair say
edil mentante
Foko o say kanani afa say
oh ya de yi
What that was? You was happy. Why? Fancy one. I'm going fast, Mamma. Me, I was going to be.
Indeed. I idea, say, or Babon teacher say, Obi fum kuma, young fum enya. Na ano brebre we and pinforce Emma Bato. Nti was rather, say, Okokasa, nebia, and Anokopaya. Was nyese bua payobi se bia wo kasa na wode kasa kuomu entity mu bi aba na mum osre se okaka asem bi na akwa akoye ohawo ne tese mentimo ase bi eba kasa kuo bi ntemu a osrada se enye ne botan no enye ne nisu ade hunu eno no nti osre obia mfa nche na etu enkotwere de etwere eno so eya asema the daily statesman the bokata e de aba ono se Eurobond extended ni gains. I feel so NL in summer or the Ababe to judge say, and you bear 2 million. One man for Ashley. Chese, Ombwa. And you crack. And you crack.
Okay.
Do you want some?
And so,
I don't know. No one some onion.
And you know, what we?
I'm for the new crusading garden trussel.
Aha. Naza crusading garden, what time we chat to do? What time we chat to do? There be as a crusading garden last newspaper. Mobile review.
Now, new crusading garden city be ba. Now, the new crusading garden chess, Mampeni, and Manso. Huni Valley Railway akwano sem no eno wasem eno de aba animum ena afen so trade and industry ministry no so no non traditional export no so say nipa no ekononim no 17% eno so e wo honom ena afen so no I be fire kono yes say de mpemfo ni siade hunu tie no sikasemu ahokyera eba no IMF ba be fuel.
All right,
be fuel.
Okay, Mamenko Absa Bank. Na Menkocha, the head of customer life cycle management.
Yes.
Absa Bank Ghana Limited. If you know, Ohineyire Ajua Chirwa.
Yes.
And then the birthday.
Wow.
Ohineyire Ajua Chirwa. And pay your channel. I'm on a happy birthday. Now, my brother, opinion leader, Dada Tick. Dada Tick, put him Dada Tick. Trouble footwear. This is a father dictionary bear for no what you say.
That's right.
Andy Abrokwa. Or you're my classmate who Kumasi High School.
Okay.
Andy Abrokwa and I wish or Hinegire Ajua Chirwa. Or your head of customer life cycle management. Absa Bank Ghana Limited. A happy birthday. Now, because we're trouble for no, I could be our trouble say, may her life be festooned with good graces days on end. Sincere wishes to her.
That's something to eat back where is that?
And their broker and until happy birthday to you. Miamina Ralph for say usu. On also so na top person fast one. Bako Eugenia. Eugenia Oseusu. Na ene Eugenia so birthday. She's 5 years today. Oko school Green Ridge Community School a war a Krupon Eugenia Oseusu. Ene ono so birthday. Timano Eugenia bano. Bosa bent me mfano sa mane nyi. Enti bosa ba mpacho fa Eugenia picture na ema me. Na anepay me hwe na me celebrity ono so. Yene eni ara for Oseusu.
Ralph, yeah.
Eugenia, no, very beautiful. Men pie boy back up ma kolawi. Ma won sene papa. Ma won sene papa. Eugenia, you are too beautiful to be like your father. And then 5th birthday. We wish her well. Onyini na omeye penipa.
Yes.
You should grow to the point that she will be counted among the women of distinction.
Yes.
Of her time. And no at the end no. Dr. Dawood Susu didn't birthday ne. Dawood Eba Hospital. Dr. Penimpa Utiano. I was saying we are saying so.
Okay.
Dr. Dawood and so and then the birthday.
Wow.
Dr. Dawood no. If you industry button in
okay.
Say obviously you Medina said din to Dr. Dawood.
Dr. Dawood.
Dawood Eba Hospital. Also so and pay we wish you happy birthday. And the big one. The Ashanti Regional Youth Organizer.
Wow.
Yaya Salifu.
Yaya
Salifu. Yes. Yaya Salifu. Yaya is 54 years today. Yaya, I don't know. Do youth organizer in the political age? Yaya, from all of us, especially Team Wontumi, the Ashanti Regional Executives, the constituency executive, the youth wing. We say happy birthday to you, Yaya Salifu.
Ayaba.
Yay.
Na birthday no. Kwa.
Ayede.
Nka me mo kwa nyom.
Try Razak ba. Oh sorry ah. Memo ba be mano. Wa be tunu mama ne pa.
Good.
Okay, mama Hosmedma enya articles na Razak achwechwe ni bia na ya run through ansana waba abetena sekra my brother Razak he writes. And can kind the articles you don't get tired.
Yes.
From this month in Kwan, last month June, Eba ABC and I didn't come away. My memorable articles are watching Bishamam. Dr. Amakoban should start drinking soup after eating fufu. Razak Kojo Poku writes. Okay, can better say. Comparing Apple Tinubu to Orange Alancho Martin is a political suicide mission. He was writing about what happened in Nigeria among presidential primaries. Should the delegates of NPP elect after one vote as flag bearer? Razak Kojo Poku writes. And no, remember that church in a brief summary that we talk about and then come on.
Okay.
Is Ghana Statistical Service undermining the efforts of Bank of Ghana with respect to rising inflation? Razak Kojo Poku asks. And Obabetre, Dr. Bawumia is stoned by the NDC and others because they see a lot of harvest in him. I know Razak Kojo Poku now. Then he came 7th father Bawumia deserves celebration. And also Razak Kojo Poku na Akufu Addo worthy of Father's Day celebration. I know Father's Day ordinary reasons by. Then he wrote wickedness of NDC in Parliament has forced Akufo-Addo's government to seek IMF. I know Ibidimun Komopa. People leading Ghana to IMF can still break the 8. Memano Achirimu pa. Then Muhammad's reasons for going to IMF are not the same as Akufo-Addo's reasons for going to IMF. And also Razak Kojo Poku na. Onam kasa bosha bade ne fly ebetu winisum. Don't judge Dr. Bawumia out of ignorance and mischief. He is still the solid brand to break the 8 for NPP. Razak Kojo Poku. NPP's ability to negotiate better under crisis make us better managers of the economy than the NDC. The views of Dr. Bawumia in 2015 against Muhammad's decision to seek IMF bailout still valid and accurate. Razak now running down Akufo-Addo Bawumia's government because of IMF will not automatically make you president in 2024. He rise to John Mahama. Then he came back. Mahama went to the IMF because of misuse or waste of resources and not because of lack of resources. So just say na when you see. So he is my guest this morning and Ibedin Komo Bebrebe.
16.
This is where from June 2nd to date.
Yes, that's come here say 2 days biano
or the fofroba. He writes.
On free hand na onya 30. Oh, Razak the writer. Razak the writer. And he, I yes, I see it.
Sasra sa or how we only to quanta mapai over 0500799433 na classic ointment no also sa akawodie eyensuo ana wopa ano dia me bacho the premium natural mineral water, that is sky water and American for edema djuma dia bia wudie and nipadom eba na wopa nsuo ede asomomum nsuo awoto akofie ne busuafo akwache anom no me bacho inside sky water home ne nkotonsuo bia over 0501447107 the premium natural mineral water sky water and no nemom yanko at tugumisu promo no ababeda odi ne say obaya course more oba send this car through tigo money no e dia amanfo oba brazo more with the data and as a bundler use no odi koso na ya na uwie na o join tugumisu promo na oba dial star 500 hash. You stand a chance of winning 5,000 Ghana cedis every week. At the Kwakwasi, 125,000 Ghana cedis in the grand draw. A simple way the Gaming Commission of Ghana, Aje Atumwa, Tugumisu promo no, and also Koso Dinde. The Makacha say, over dial star 500 hash, say, we use smartphone, and also use yam, and also kukuyam. Nina no, os dial star 500 hash, na Shebano, what do you achieve? You stand a chance of winning 5,000 Ghana cedis every week, and in the grand draw, over winning 125,000 Ghana cedis. That's a good money, and we Tugumisu promo no, and to the send more money. make a lot of payment through the Airtel Tigo money. Now if cash it out, scan it about phone so cash it out. Browse with Airtel Tigo bundle no. Na also so stand the opportunity. Now kwenya say also so the umode ba adawase no also so ubenya ebi. Siria.
Yes,
good morning.
Marching. My boy say come there say me chia
marching.
Of course.
Pa.
After 2020 elections,
yes.
2021 me saba ha.
Tamana
ya no for destroy me. I came here to state how the true account was. I think around this time here. And ever since then, me and Kasa radio and Kasa na menko. Yeah, so
I because you be I got to know you through radio. My friendship and brotherhood with you.
Achapa
when Andy
from Boss FM.
Yeah, 2010. As 2009 Honomeba. Now you were known to be a friend of the media. You were radio, so can't watch hand in the bat. I say or and you only do the writings. Why?
And you, Andy, for in particular, in fact, my best friend in politics is Andy. Yes. I mean,
wow.
Is in MPP. I would say he's the best friend. Yeah, there are a lot of things I'm not about discuss. I won't discuss with anybody. Yeah, and I think 2010 from Boss.
Yeah.
You know him the strategy and NDC for adopted.
Yeah.
Just to make sure say Omobe reduce the numerical strength of MPP in Ashanti.
Yeah.
So Obe sure Andy went to
NDP.
As part of the strategy.
Yeah.
So you have to find that place as part of the strategy. Yeah. I just threw that near the idea team debate 2016. So it's quite good. But now I say radio no me come more. I write more than going to radio or TV. But maybe the narrative will change as time goes on. It means you're academic. Yeah, I'm doing my PhD. So
your PhD?
Yeah. So
wow.
Yeah, now it's very stressful. So you need to focus.
All right. Okay, me pacho eno edie eno Razak Kojopoku ena menino edin komoyi. Let me take this opportunity and say thank you to him once again. And I know who yes my graduating with Masters in Public Administration. Namo Obama Basso Namo yes he's part of the journey. One of the people possible for me, and I'm very grateful. Razak Kojopoku. And you write a lot. What is the motivation?
Oh, motivation, I would say said me baha consul out here meeting metrechi enya de woye because we need talent for it. Ubia ne talent anya me de man. Ubia ne talent anya me de man. I can be a radio host or presenter. The same way you can also not write the way I write. See, me so me de anya me de man, you know. I write under the inspiration. Give me any topic, I can write it for you. Anything. Yeah. Anything.
Bibia.
Anything.
Wow.
From economics, finance, religion, science, politics, anything. I can write it for you.
When you write, because minim say daily, almost every day, or try paper behind the statesman, the daily guide, the preceding guide, nina publish or articles.
It's because of good relationship with the media. Good relationship with the media. As you rightly stated, any chance here. But we ask no be ni mo of Frewakwa. Yeah, na be mufu sebi. We came from nowhere. And yeah, na utiti sans and semna you just laugh over it. Do you understand? Even as we speak now, there are a lot of things I do. Nobody knows that I do those things. I am bankasa. Yeah. For me, I think Obi ane do be so let's be so we need Obi and friend akwa. Yeah, that's all.
Okay. Now you write a lot about Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and why he should be a flag bearer into the 2024 elections. You write a lot about Ghana's economy. You write a lot about leadership. Maybe say and pay when you di and common every. But Ghana today, Ghana then,
and why we are going to the IMF.
And why we are going to the IMF.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Mechia Santima, Mechia Wontumi Radio for Wontumi TV Ashofo. With regards to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, I strongly believe that among those my imagine say Omobe vie for the presidency after Akufo-Addo, I think say putting all of them on the scale of preference and measuring all of them their qualities and all of them what they have done and their commitment and loyalty to MPP chances of coming back in 2016. MPP Akwenyo Mutimi expose our electoral system, how irregularities have characterized our electoral system during the 2012 election petition. Out of that, I said to me, boy, am I winning 2020 elections? And before Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, our politics was not actually centered on economic discussions or policy discussions. It's all about insults. He changed the narrative. And I strongly believe that he's the best person to take over the mantle of leadership from Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo. It's loyalty without inducement.
Loyalty
without inducement.
Without inducement.
And loyalty without motivation. Because I've never met him before. Personally.
No,
it's deliberate. I've decided not to do that. Yeah. But just to do what I am supposed to do to help his cause. Wow. And I don't need to meet him. It's not necessary. You see, Obebua Obia, believe in a particular project, commit yourself to it, and pledge yourself, say, with or without recognition, with or without any support. This is a project that I believe in, I'm passionate about it, and I'm ready to ensure the success of it. Just do it for the sake of posterity. Do you understand? And Oshe, the history of MPP Dankwa Dombo Buzia tradition. All the flag bearers occupy the party. Lead party need to an election from Dankwa, Buzia, Victosu, Duboahen, Kufuor, and currently Nana Akufo-Addo. None of them and a non-account. All of them are accounts. I entrench a perception that MPP is an account party. It's not good as far as the survivor of the party is concerned. It's not. Because here in DC, there's diversification. Males representing accounts, Fantis, Waba, Rollins from the west side, Waba, Mama from the north, Waba. So why can't we also have that kind of diversification? And even fortunately for us, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is not just maybe non-account per se, to cure that mischief and to correct that perception. He has also demonstrated that he is highly competent. This is since the fourth Republican Constitution, Vice President Ben and Wontumi in his own evolution, Wontumi introducing a policy. Now, policy Ben Mahama did buy as a vice president under Mills. He should tell us none until he became president. Also, your community senior high schools as a vice president, policy Ben or they buy none. Ali Umama did a discipline campaign by under President Kufuor. Mason so under Rollins, ultimate the VAT initiative by Mahama and Damils, policy Ben or they buy zero. Bawumia and Akufo-Addo, policy Ben where to introduce it was not necessarily captured in the manifesto of the party. The MPP. It's Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, dictalization and dictization. No, etimi create an avenue. Our government also a need to bring another policy of yield levy, a homegrown policy. As a result of mobile money interoperability about increasing the value of money that was generating on the platforms of the telecos. Abani who say, now it has become attractive after the implementation of the mobile money interoperability. So let's go in there with a homegrown policy of yield levy so that we can get something for the government. Even as a vice president, how much more as a president? So we are fortunate to get somebody to correct the account narrative of the MPP, who is also competent. Our demonstrating, we're coming up with a policy, the entire government as a federal policy or out of it. That means he's the best bet. There's nothing you can do about it. And it's not about egos. It's not about individual interests. It's about the collective survival of the platform of MPP. The sad reality is MPP is in government. But do you have any parliamentary seat in OT region? Zero. So even parliamentary representation, we are only found in 15 regions out of 16 regions. Why is it so? NDC is in opposition, but all the 16 regions, they have a parliamentary seat. So at the parliamentary level, MPP, NDC, which party has been nationally accepted? Per the figures there. This is something that the leadership of the party, the new ones that they are going to be elected, they should focus on. And I think President Kufuor time, it also happened. Either Upper East or Upper West, we were not having a seat there. Prior to 2012, we were also not having a seat, and I think in the voter zone. I hear the stronghold of the MPP. How come NDC has 4 parliamentary seats? The World Bank, the main World Bank of the ruling government. They have 4. The main World Bank of NDC, there were 1. Peter Meu. World Bank, no, NDC are making inroads of 4.
Yeah.
On any World Bank,
3 and 1 independent candidate.
Yes, 1 independent candidate. So everyone said 3 against 1. Thanks for the figure correction. On no stronghold in the voter region, Bakope. Your second stronghold, Eastern region, over 8. The second stronghold, OT region, was 0. And you are a ruling government. These are the rare challenges that the party leadership need to sit down and see how best the party can be accepted by the non-account constituencies. And you can only do that by using Bawumia to correct that scenario. Even in Ashanti region, the 3 constituencies that NDC are holding on to, they are predominantly dominated by non-accounts, right?
Yeah. Drastic, say.
Predominantly dominated by non-accounts.
Aswasi.
Yeah, they are predominantly non-accounts. So it tells you that
the party needs a non-account
to correct that narrative, to correct that mischief that the NDC has always been using to make sure they will keep holding on to the 3 constituencies which are dominated by non-accounts in your stronghold.
So it does appears these 2 require 2 major trump cards. So that is a non-account and is competent.
Of course.
The most vibrant, active vice president of our time.
Yes. And let's even look at the north. Savannah, Northeast, Northern proper.
Yeah.
The parliamentary seats there. Through Bawumia's effort. Do you know say you lead NDC by 1?
Ewo honum.
So imagine making him the flag bearer. But why do you think say NDC are always attacking Bawumia? So ko na se fruits mienu si wo baako bear fruits baako bear fruits de na ebe toto abo akoso mo anya de bear fruits
mango su a abrene de emre
enim de emre na aduaba bia ni so okone nkura gina wa de empa na ebe toto bo akoso they are bear fruits.
Yeah.
Bawumia is always under a subject of attack from the opposition because they know so a threat to Jomama in the north, to the NDC in all the non-account constituencies, especially in the Asante region. Ebema, the perception NDC always fuel in the voter region, in OT region, say MPP for your account for party, no, ebe corrected that narrative. You will stand a greater chance. Say a cohon my so bit my catch for the first time. Yeah, the non-account so I then abba. And it should be a deliberate, systematic strategy. The bit my create space for people from the voter region, OT, and the northern regions to have some prominence in key party positions. It influences the perceptions and voter psychology of people. You were the best policies, but strategy of entrenching our stay in government now, you're lucky. And we need to work on that as a party. So I think maybe the new leadership who are coming on board and Wontumi more, they will think outside the box and correct the situation moving into the 2024 elections. Yeah.
Breaking the 8.
Breaking the 8. Yeah, I'm a pair crossing the 8.
Crossing the 8.
Crossing over the 8 or breaking the 8. In a grammar. We can do that. Whether IMF or not IMF. Because see,
it is possible.
Of course. First of all, appointees now, His Excellency are power. They should be able to reduce the hardships and the pressures on the party grassroots. And they should be good to the media. We are appointing now Joe salary. If I should say 30% of your party full soldiers there. Because they work hard for you to be there. When they knock at your door, give it to them. They'll be happy. They'll stop complaining and murmuring. They'll be energized to go to the base and work. So if all appointees from Ashanti region, they decide, say every month you pay a CD 30% of our salary to the cost of taking care of party food socials, serial callers will stop complaining.
And they will work their hearts out.
Exactly. Because every day, I'm on a Kasama party now. But unfortunately, they don't have the qualification to be appointed. So you are there, you should take care of them. Ye piam wako na nye tumi na onzwa brave. Udidi ya wama biegu fumama yedibi. So the appointee should be generous. They should be kind. As far as party food soldiers, serial callers, communicators, medias are concerned. Now, ye all transit and so ye then. Yes, because ye kasa ne ye a bit masha amount for bufu. Amount for to be the bufu bet 12 betia.
Why ye juma pa ba na odi hisem?
I saw no yet to ye be a mano, but disrespecting no. Or don't a bayra. What do you mean can't just to car mano? Where's if you are mano?
No,
that did not tell. Or don't say bayra.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
So it's not only about what you have done, but your utterances and your relationship and the bema amount for either a nika and no marker say, oh, you will still keep them in power. A bit take the anger everywhere. Your generosity also will take away the hunger everywhere. And the day there's no way you cannot win power. And NDC for no, they think say they lost the 2016 elections because of IMF, because of Mama call IMF. So they think say MPP so I call IMF no. oh, 2024,
we are gone.
We are gone. That's a joke of the century. It's a joke.
Why?
It's a complete joke. Because say IMF ne mama lose election. I don't know say Timinya could go through say or say about 2020 and to Abamano. No say nya could go through say 2024 or say baby.
So they about 2020 now. I think 2018 year who from Muntino.
Who government be ne who free.
The NPP government and then another
greater chance of what winning power. To say ya mama call IMF. No timi sanya could draw back Ghana for himself for 2020 election. No person sanya could draw back for 2024. MPP are called IMF. We can still have the confidence to go back to Ghanaians and justify why we went there and still win 2024. So because Abrabo mama boy before going to IMF is different from Abrabo MPP abo before going to the IMF. The circumstance that mama call IMF is not the same circumstance MPP are call IMF. MPP was forced to IMF. Mama was not forced to IMF. MPP was forced to IMF because government, who say the 2022 budget, the programs are all rolling in our maintaining. The government didn't want to stop free SHS. The government didn't want to stop 1D, 1F. The government didn't want to stop year of roads and all the infrastructure projects and flagship policy and program that they implementing. But there was a shortage of cash. The money market globally has been closed to the government. And the government was very sure, said no, yetimi taking Ghana out of IMF program inherited from Mahama. So why should we go then back to the IMF? So let's adopt a homegrown policy. You bit more widen the domestic revenue mobilization through the yield levy. So the expectation was that the yield levy will be passed before Parliament go to recess in 2021. So that the first 6 months, at least half of the money a market or ya target for the year 2022, it means half krana. There's a hope, say by the end of the December we can get the rest and what augment the budget deficit.
So instead of 11 taking off in January, travel 5 months about May.
The levy didn't take off in January. The levy was passed in April, May.
Yeah, and I'm saying January now starting
because it started April, it started passing
May, first May.
It started first May. As of June end, they now generated what 60 million cedis, right? January, February, March. And anka etimi generating even 30 and Kenya 90.
Yeah.
Price 60 yes say 150 million. Could have done something. What I say? So because say NDC fee say no. Adrena government they buy say or they be live, it was very treacherous to them. Of course, because they see Ghana 40 as and say the success of Akufo-Addo's government will create disadvantage to the taking of Mahama. It will create an impediment to the NDC. And we are in for political power competition. So they know, say, Siema Adie is successful. Now dunya the needed revenue. You start. And now you start. Ebe create 1 million entrepreneurs. Ebema contractors will be paid. Mama be training a mabru and giving them digital skills. Yeah, enhancing our cyber security and others. Do you think say ebe create a good chance for the NDC and your mama coming back? Certainly no.
So they will frustrate it.
They will frustrate it. They will undermine it. That is why Aaron Edrusu was so happy. Say they have been able to successfully ensure say the government couldn't get the needed revenue for 8 budget implementation. They were happy. Why were they happy? Because they know say Nana went to me Sikano, won't me use that successfully. 1 million Ghanaians are coming to me and Jumaye and the use that policy has been undermined. Contractors will complain. And all the other projects, levy was earmarked for it, will suffer setbacks. a suffer setbacks and so a Ghanaians who complain say na now do money home or MPP money home or in TMFA Konya and Mama Hama. That was the agenda they wanted to create. Another agenda they also wanted to create was that prior to Mama going to the IMF, then MPP and leading members Eka said the reasons why Mama Echo IMF was not justifiable. If you are listening to advice earlier from the court, from World Bank, IMF, and the rest, and let's force them to IMF and create that political equalization. Say
Yakobi Musuma Kobi.
But the point is, Akoya say or Heneba, me know ye SS. Then when you're 7 A's, 1 E, me menya E throughout. Or ECD, whatever. We hear remedial to correct that E before you can go to the university. I also need to correct all the E's before I can proceed further. Now, me catch yourself and know about Pepe Pa.
Because he
university. Now, me catch you because we know him about creating a end of deck. Now, my Juma. Who was 7 A's? We hear only one E to correct it. Baako kura mi bi ma fail poto ba me no kwotena of deck and register akotwe exams me say me ne wo abo pepepe nyansa wo to asum
101.3 Wontumi radio.
When Mama was going to the IMF anye bia Ghana for na Mama why free SHS ana na 2.2 million Ghanaians enjoy free SHS ana. The answer is no. Na Mama etima one district one factory. Etimam over 100 plus companies are into operation now.
101.3
Zero.
Wontumi radio.
Planting for food and job, all those programs. Now, Mama, what you before going to the IMF, Anna? Certainly not. That Mama
can you move free?
What you mean?
Boost you free.
I'll come to that place. Now, Mahama, o collapse banking sector. Emma Kufuado buy it was not part of manifesto promise a cleaning up banking sector. You buy any who say Mama will collapse the bank or financial sector. Debussy sika akoloki or bank binano. A buying and first car arm kohodoma uko banga usika ne dano bank. The government has to look for 25 billion cedis to save that crisis. Can Mama compare itself to Akufo-Addo's government? Because Abrabo both a boy before IMF no and yepe. Mama Kroya Bekache Ghana for say I think recently. Or say Professor Mills number mono one check, but he's one of the best president as far as the socio-economic indicators are concerned. Yenene ya again. But Mama, Mills Emma 14% GDP growth. 2013, I was sworn in as a president. By December 2013, we were reduced that 40% GDP growth to 7.31%. Was it an increase or decrease? It was a decrease. It was a failure. In your second year, 2014, 7.31 was reduced to 2.86%. There was no COVID. There was no war in Ukraine. But why did you reduce the GDP from 14 to 7.31%? Abra, COVID was there a COVID in 2013? Not COVID was 2014 or 2015, 2016. No. But Mahama GDP growth, our G4 they call 7.31% in 2013. 2014 or they call 2.86%. 2015 or they call 2.12%. At the time I will leave the office and they buy 3.37%. OJ second decade inflation of 8.8% from Professor Mills. There was no COVID, there was no war in Russia, Ukraine. At the time I will leave the office, now the inflation equal 15.4%.
15.4.
One.
If you call IMF, they gave you some benchmarks. some expectation you're supposed to fulfill by the end of December 2016. Making sure say inflation range will be between 11 to 12%. Mama, every to December 16th, no, now inflation wasn't not 50.4%. So even under IMF program, you failed.
He failed.
It was expected that you have a GDP growth because of coming under the IMF program between 5 to 6% by December 2016. At the time, mama, every so now GDP growth was 3.37%. You even failed to meet the expectations of the IMF. It was expected, say, by December 2016, that Dumso has been solved because of IMF cushion. All free to December, that Dumso has solved. So the very reason why I even went to the IMF of restoring fiscal discipline, putting measures in place to have proper indicators of the economy. You fail in all these things, even under IMF. But when MPP came into power, under IMF program, inherited from Mahama, Akufo-Addo's government quickly grew the economy. He grew the economy from 3.37%, our G free war, Edeko 8.13% in 2017.
Even at the time, and now IMF,
yes, you under IMF, GDP growth was 3.37%. MPP under IMF program in its first year, GDP growth was increased to 8.13%. Who is a better manager of the economy? So, Akoye say, I'll give this scenario. Sebi Kruma for Sikafwe. So, Obos we Belonia, Mami used as example. Na bia abrabom ne ho akere no ye nyina ni abraba wabo wabo brapa but na bibi nti ne ho akokere no na wako bank say ye ma no loan na mi ameti he ya membo bra te say de wabo no ne mako bank say o ma me loan ye nyina yakoji loan no ba ya brabo na enye pe Mintimi nkoka se me ne wuntumi akwaji loan die nyina ya abo pepepe because ye cheki ye mi enu abrabo na okọ anim cheme ye cheki MPP abrabo na NDC abrabo MPP ko anim cheme. That is why even Mahama when went to the IMF omoko negotiating for $1 billion omo $998 million. But NPP because abrabo papa yabo entino we are targeting 3 billion, hoping to get $2 billion. Nana no mufi say omutu amrama MPP akuto. Even with ye levy, the expectation was getting 1.something billion cedis.
Yeah.
Now ban so air shares obenya $1 billion syndicated loan. Now at least it can help us halfway. More blocking using the numbers, and unfortunately MPP don't have the needed numbers to ensure the success of all this policy in parliament. From 2017 to 2020 and a clear majority we never suffered this fighting and this acrimonious situation in parliament, but because the number never peggy that's why NDC has been using this number to frustrate government revenue mobilization efforts and setting policies. Me abua MPP to stand in a better position. That's why they are frustrating it. Near movies or mutu amrama MPP aide akutu. But imagine say Yameya Adom IMF they will start the negotiation today and on the 13th July. Now Abane Timenya access to $2 billion. Does NPDC stand a chance of coming back? But we are going there to aim for a better deal. Say you see that money judiciously and prudently, it can entrench the stay of MPP in office. Eti Emma NDC for Omani Jise MPP ko IMF because Abrabona omo boy any abrabona and ado before going to IMF. I know they say. Yeah, you free SHS. Yeah, 1D1F. You provide over 300 ambulances. We are doing Agenda 11 hospital projects. We are doing the mega railway infrastructure project, which has never happened since the independence. We are doing so many things. The IMF, or more reason, or more society, yes, a banner air bow more, and they say as a result of lingering pandemic and the impact of Ukraine war. It's clearly different from the reasons Mahama Oko IMF. We are not going there because of doing so. They are solving doing so before going to the IMF. You couldn't solve doing so before going to the IMF. Even when you left office, you couldn't solve doing so. Still under IMF. And people are saying, oh, MPP echo IMF, you better cancel free SHS. You better cancel certain programs.
And now Dr. Marcus Ibeboa as suggested say nursing training allowance, teacher training allowance should be cancelled.
What is his base of argument?
In Hieska.
We're entitled to his opinion. I won't criticize him for anything. But the question is, allowances for teacher and nursing trainees was restored to them, whilst the MPP was under IMF program inherited from Mahama.
Yeah.
IMF to me catch the MPP was adding a more restored allowance.
No.
The government was able to provide 100,000 Ghanaian graduates under NAPCO program with 3 billion cedis. Did IMF able to stop MPP government from doing that? The first budget.
But also because Umala wants to take him.
No, listen. At the tikam, anyone be kura nyepe.
And nyepe. Okay.
A come as a unya. The macranzo.
What mean the Okobobusi Akura?
The macranzo. Tikam near Bakura nyepe. Now do chairman's free SHS. The first budget that was presented to Parliament under the first year administration of Kufuor government, under inherited IMF program of Mahama, free SHS was implemented. IMF couldn't stop that. 1D1F started. IMF couldn't stop it. So, that's why you call it negotiation. And according to IMF, Ghana is coming to them with our own economic program. The government should be able to justify why during 2017-2018 under inherited Mahama IMF program, they were able to roll out free SHS, all the flagship policies it could not hurt the IMF intervention. They can still justify that reason why those programs should exist while still under that IMF program. So I don't know where the argument is coming from. So ask Marcus Ibeboa for me. When we inherited the IMF program, I restore allowances. So it could also happen, say going back, it will not affect it. Based on the negotiation that will go on the table, the discussions that will go on. Discussions are government, it will convince the IMF of insurance and free SHS, of insurance or by abolishing 16 nuisance taxes, of insurance or by 1D1F, creating 100,000 jobs for NAPCO graduates, employing over 93,000 teachers, over 76,000 nurses, all under a period of an IMF inherited program from Mahama. They can have that same argument and justify why those things should be there. So I don't know where it's coming from. Do you understand? So for me, I have no doubt in my mind, say, MPP government cannot win 2024, whether IMF or whether IMF. So what I say, and
transportation fares cost through, and
that's why
groceries.
The communicators, need to able to let Ghanaians.
And many seem to be complaining.
You see, Metiasia is justifiable. What you say is justifiable. But the question is, the times and season we are in now, and yet Ghana nkwa, and yet say Krubia Huatono, and Yankwan. If that was the case, say in 2015 ekro bia no mo Kenya but na Ghana they do so higher. At that time it was justifiable. It was local problem. I never hear or heard anywhere in 2015 2016 say global countries were complaining of doom so. Utibida. Say UK, US, all the countries in the world
say
complaining doom so. Say doom so na esi wo Ghana.
Oh baby ya. Ghana nyanwanwa.
It will be a as a result of Muhammad doom so. Utibida. Because it was local.
And our problems or challenges today are running through every country.
Every single
inflation
country.
taking rise is 79%.
79%. The question we should ask ourselves: the size of the economy of Turkey, in terms of our structural development of Turkey. Ghana, young Turkey. In terms
Egypt
of the
is
size
spending
of the
$80 billion round to the IMF.
yes.
101.3.
So if Turkey the size of economy so change, or change in terms of infrastructure development, the inflation is 79% as a result of it trading with Russia and Ukraine. Why do you then attack Akufo's government? Inflation was never a discussion in Germany, was never a discussion in US or UK.
But today,
why are they now complaining of high rising of inflation? Since 40 years ago, since 1991, and since whatever. Do you understand? In 2015, I not doing so higher. What they say now, America for complaining of food prices, complaining of gas oil prices, complaining of inflation, complaining of slow GDP growth. No. But now, every single country, with the except of Russia, is suffering from the adverse impact of the war in Ukraine. Because Russia and Ukraine constitute 30% of the world export 30%.
and now Sky News for reporter say Bank of England I hint to say they should prepare for a deteriorated economic outlook.
Yeah, and US too. They should prepare their mind for recession.
US,
of course,
UK,
of course. OTS here, and Ukraine, according to Financial Times, almost say they need $750 billion to roll out for National Recovery Plan. $750 billion. Meanwhile, Sika IMF for year market for the entire countries of the world to access as a result of the challenges is $650 billion.
And they need in excess of 150.
So we hear additional 100 billion. IMF, they approve $650 billion for the entire continent. Our years suffer as a result of COVID-19, as a result of Russia-Ukraine war, to access that particular £650 billion to cushion us. Ukraine alone say onunko here $750 billion as part of their national recovery plan.
Ukraine are not quite here.
Even when you add the net worth of the top 6 world richest people, from Elon Musk to the next 6 richest person in the world, when you sum up all their net worth together, it cannot raise $750 billion, the amount of money that Ukraine need to recover as a result of the crisis that has been created by Russians in their country. This is the magnitude of the discussions that we are talking about, that the NDC are making jokes out of it as a result of their quest to win power in 2024. But the question is, if NDC was in power, what measure will have proposed?
So NDC na wa ba mu na. Come then.
That's the question Ghanaians should ask them. All the narrative NDC has presented, from Mahama to Atufosin, Azigadongo to Haruna Idrusu, to all of them, they have not been able to tell Ghanaians, say, yen pay ye levy, ye di enke di aid beba. Omati makabi. Omati min say, ye di. under this crisis, because this is the best way we could have adopted. Then they are to a more track record at the time not a local crisis of doom so was affecting them. What measures no Wontumi have adopted? I say, Mama, at the time our government can so call IMF. Mama in his statement said, Yenyi Vice President Ken Ofurata
Eddie.
I laugh. I just laugh like this because listen, Ken Ofurata and Bawumia, Oma, Yaba Bemu, Uja Omo, arrest, public arrest, like salary, services, and all those things. Uja Omo 11 billion cedis arrest of interest payment of 80%. Interest in Kwane, that's your 17.6 or 5 billion cedis. Mama Nabeka Ghana for say the national economy, the meat of the national economy, ya we manaka bones into IMF. At the time, I already have money my naka bones. But Ken Ofurata, Dr. Bawumia, to the economy management team, was able to look for money to make sure, say, that 11 billion arrears was taken care of. And still money to get money to roll out free SHS, 1D, 1F, and all those interventions under the first year budget. You want us to sack them? For what? Obia Omo a GDP growth of 3.37% from you in 2016. At the end of December 2017, Omodiako 8.13%. Oma improving your poor performance. Even under certain crisis, you say we should sack them. I mean, Esre, Obi Omo inflation. OG 8.8 free meals after your first 4 years mandate. Now they are called 15.4%. After the first 4 years mandate of Akufo-Addo's government, now Ken Ofurata Bawumia at the inflation about 10.4%. Oma improving your poor performance. You say we should release of them, of their post.
Okay. Raza Opoku.
Yeah, Bemu. There were no factories. Commander Odi couldn't produce the sugar. And then Yamiadom, Alashamantin, and the trade ministry, they have done very well. It's at the 98% completion. Yet me as I create additional 100 plus factories to 1D, 1F, public-private partnership initiative. Who's the new already? Say economic management team. Economic management team under COVID. Mama free electricity, I might be kind your mama household in a bush and phony NDC food soldiers in Uzi in your medi. Emma free water. Uzi in your medi. More free food. Emma become angry NDC food soldiers. Uzi in your medi. Because of what? Yako IMF. Oko IMF no one can say you in if going to the IMF is about sacking people, that's not what the IMF na kwa resign. That's a tech so akotine fie. You went to IMF, still stay on power, still kept sectepe. Why should the government sack people who were able to enhance your poor performance? Why should they sack them? What is the justification? What is the basis? So clearly, Mama was just making a joke. Like a comedian.
Razak Kojopoku, a founding president, concerned voters movement, and NPP activist. He is a writer. Ono ana menuno bo enkomoim. Debana currently government obepese in an attempt to get back our economy on track, and IMF engagement obetraso and I say then maybe I'll pick your last words and thank you for this morning.
Yeah, now we're saying
say bibi wo hono mo asisi aban ne ya ndo obehwa ubenya nenka hold on. If you say only free one, I say on take a second look at it, especially IMF. Your person your economy back on track. Have you identified one or two be a policies and I say initiative and I say BBA? You think?
Yeah, or out of experience, even if I have any those thought, it's better I put on paper and submit it to the appropriate quarters. Don't judge your government publicly. When you are in government, you must always defend the records of your government publicly. The ones that you are not happy about it, put it on paper and submit it to the appropriate quarters for them to take decision about it. Whatever policy and programs are banning here, they themselves, they feel say a major setback. They will discuss with the IMF and find a proper solution to it. Experts will debate about it, and I think the proper conclusion will be arrived. It's not for me to say A, B, or C, D. It's unnecessary. Even if I have it, I don't have to criticize my government publicly. It doesn't make sense to do so. Because the NDC are the one they are supposed to punch. I'm not the one supposed to what? Identify the weaknesses and errors of my government to the public. Then maybe I must be defending it. So I think MPP communicators and sympathizers should seize the habit of quickly judging the government. How can somebody say Omo the IMF they can win us 2024? Why should somebody think that way? It's a joke talk. Of course.
So the team are LED MPP government they are called IMF no. Wontumi via 2024.
It's a joke talk. It's a populist talk. Now what makes you think that you can send us to 2024 and win power? Which records and I could to win the 2024?
The records of this government.
Is it not the records of the same faces who are sent to IMF?
All right.
It's a joke talk. You see, like I said, let access the.
It doesn't appear say our own people, your party for now, because are complaining more.
Selfish parochial interest, because of an interest to lead the party, and they think that the vice president is a threat to their ambition. Do you understand? Anything Biano, you rather attack Bawumia. If Bawumia, Ghanaians and the MPP people are not saying say you come and contest that, will you have Nankani Pakro the Benya would drag and say, or mom the IMF no cannot win us 2024? If Bawumia was not.
So Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is now attacked by the.
He has been a target of
and people
NDC
within.
And people within who feels he's a threat.
It's a threat
to their unrealistic presidential ambition.
Unrealistic.
Listen, the matter is already settled.
That
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is a preferred choice of the majority of the MPP people. I gave you a scenario.
Yeah.
It's about the sustainability of the party for the next generation. Of making sure say time will come MPP ewa bemu your parliamentary seat in all the 16 regions of Ghana. That is what you should be aiming at.
Okay.
Of also correcting a wrong impression. Say, every given time you are presenting an account person.
101.3 Wontumi Radio.
How can somebody go to a program and say, the Northerners politicians has failed people in the North? What about the Southern politicians? Since independence, apart from Limam, Bahama, Northerners for send Eddie Omanis. 2, right? The Akajina Southerners. What is the state of the Southern regions? Even the constituencies in the Southern regions.
101.3
What is the state? We choose the 4 poorest countries, for the 4 poorest regions in the world, in Ghana. 4 poorest regions. Central region is one of them.
They have had a president.
They have had a president. But Central region is one of the poorest region in Ghana.
101.3.
Voter region has gotten a president for 19 good years. PNDC, NDC, Rollins, 19 solid years. So, voter region is one of the poorest regions in Ghana.
So the fact that John Mahama be president in Northern region and to me and development
Bawumia vice president
and not now another opportunity.
Bawumia vice president. Bawumia vice president. Anya Bawumia be vice president. What me anya North East region for his people.
Which is accelerating development there.
Which is accelerating development there. So what was that person talking about? So another thing before ending my conversation, you see, there's also a kind of narrative via ECOSWA, which for me, I'm not happy about it. Say MPP government, yenye she wo Ashanti region. The BNDC for the big developing Ashanti region. I find it very offensive and very disgusting. Ohiniba MPP akwenya dodo send MPP enya a governor mawe say president for 8 years,
yeah,
and now do 5 years 6 months. Okabomo is saying 13 years 6 months.
Then for 14.
Men fan 14 months in the PNDC nya 11 years. Before NDC, Rollins Beckham on 19. Now Professor Amen Sudini 80 Beckham 27 years. Asante Maimi Busamo. Senke MPP de nya 27 years of political power. Kenye bi de ebeye wa Ashanti region no. Enye bi ni de NDC for aye wa ha. Within 27 years of political power. And when you judge MPP wrongly, you are not being fair to MPP. Because a party, when you are Kwenya for 27 years of power, not a party when you are Kwenya for 15 years, 6 months of power, you can't judge us equally. It's not fair to do that argument. Me free airport ever. If Ghana for Asante Maimo person who the difference of the master class governance of MPP from the NDC, just go to the airport. Mama Beck commission tracks or say why international airport.
Yeah. $29 million.
Also international airport. The same building was there. It's na MPP CAA Kumasi International Airport. Kwahwe dan ya ye sha asiesie from the scratch, from foundation from the scratch. Ne ko hu sa building no. Ne fa toto sa building ama ka say international airport. Ho na be hu da dwen and so ade hu between these two political parties that you can never compare. 27 years of NDC. Asante Maimo mo interchange da. There be Yama we interchange for 27 years. Omutimi ma mwamba bunu for within 27 years eco free education dana. There be under Kufuor's government, Asqua interchange was started from scratch and completed by President Kufuor before exiting.
Yeah.
27 years of NDC Omentimanya flyover Accra Ashanti region. Asqua interchange was started from the scratch by President Kufuor and completed before exiting. Sofo line was started by President Kufuor and reached about 80% completion. 8 years of NDC they couldn't complete it till say MPP are coming back to power. Kajetia Bus Terminal was started from the scratch by President Kufuor and completed. It was managed by Africo. Accident emergency center was started from the scratch by President Kufuor and completed before exiting power. So how can anybody tells you say MPP intimidation project be say from the beginning? It's a joke. It's a joke. These are the facts. Kufuor affordable housing project. As a very man point, It was started by President Kufuor. 8 years of NDC, they couldn't complete it. It has to take President Kufuor out of government to come and finish it. So how can anybody say that MPP in a project? KJTF is a market phase 1.
Yeah.
The phase 2 project now, you know, is mega and better than what phase 1 am. Even hereby, we have to even do some structural corrections.
Yeah.
On the phase 1 project am. Ohineba. Kumasi Sports Stadium, prior to 2008, it was renovated by Kufuor's government. 8 years of NDC, they could never renovate the Kumasi Sports Stadium, Bawumia Sports Stadium. Kufuor government by renovate Kumasi Sports Stadium, or Bawumia Sports Stadium. Look at the number of AstroTurf parks, Bantama, Menchia, Bebre across Ashanti region. It was started from the scratch and completed. So how can anybody tell me we haven't done anything here? Darko Farms, 8 years under NDC, collapsed totally. Within Akufo-Addo's government, now Darko Farm also under 1D, 1F program. Casapreco water and fruit juice collapsed under the NDC Joma. Paramount Distilleries. Under Akufo-Addo's government 1D, 1F, it has been supported, it has come back to life. 1D, 1F, factories under it, Ashanti region alone can boast about more than 20. I started from the scratch and completed it. Creative Arts Senior High School in Kwadaso. Akufo-Addo na ne kokate so.
101.3.
Kufuor Senior High School, Vocational and Technical.
Yeah.
Ewoni Krum. Daban was started by this administration. Nansia Aduchu Eko Bie Bosomchi Senior High School. It was started by this administration and completed it. So when the NDC make the argument, say Ashanti region, here, Ohireba, Nyanza Beniwo.
Almost I can interchange.
Before I come to that, on Confanoche maternity ward now, First Lady Bawumia it was abandoned for 40 good years. 40 good years.
Yeah.
MPP are buying and they're buying a man operational. Obuasi Gold Mines, Ada Otun for Asante Hine, a make his speech after the opening of that. He nearly cried. So we are knocking the doors of government, they never listened to him. Akufo-Addo's government brought Obuasi Gold Mine back to life.
Yeah.
So interchange now Omokan. Ebebaso. But I'm giving you all these scenarios. Say 27 years of NDC. When Tima nye interchange be amount a circle runabout. Kufuor Nyememe who first fly over and interchanging Ashanti region. It was MPP government. Rollins in my circles 27 years. MPP government gave us interchange and flies overs in Ashanti region.
101.3.
So definitely, year of rose. There are various communities in Ashanti region. More witness say ye constructing Marquine. Na John Mama Honum no Nentisa. Ya sha asye ye. So how can you tell me you haven't done anything? Interchange for Swami. Bekwai, right?
Yeah.
And which
I think Santasi.
I got 2 years, 6 months. I got 2 years.
The fear is that you're quite a Hana.
No, you see, Mama, I yet circle Dubai Brana or IMF. Mibuza.
Yeah.
So what makes you think that you're quite IMF in the interchanging Gomasi? If an incompetent Mahama under IMF crown, circle interchange. How much more near you numa dead? Yabo brache Mahama. Catch us ye interchange before exiting power, you should doubt us. Mahama be catch us say you train 20 years and son of Balco free SHS free. I back catch us a free SHS now. I am a 2.2 million Ghanaian children and ya free SHS. Even under an inherited mama IMF program. You catch us a bay interchange before exiting before 2024 election December. Why should you doubt us?
Razak Kojo Opoku is an MPP activist and the founding president, Emma Concerned Voters Movement. Kojo, may I say,
Ghana for Montias say MPP Eco IMF, NDC Eco IMF, but enya no na ese mohwe abrabo na nado abo ansana oko IMF and the circumstance a force no
and then call
IMF when Timenya the needed revenue from e-levy because of sabotage by the NDC. When Timenya the $1 billion syndicated loan from some foreign banks because of the sabotage of the NDC. I don't foresee a Kufuado government man call IMF. But even going there, they are going to negotiate for a better deal than what Mahama did. Because Mahama was giving $998 million. We are aiming at $2 billion. And you are better negotiators. Mahama and the IMF, freeze the public sector. When to my employer man for. Buy you inherited the IMF, no? You 100,000 Ghanaian graduates job under NAPCO. You employ 93,000 teachers, so what under Mahama IMF program. You employ over 76,000 nurses. You 1D1F. You ambulances. Why still under the inherited Mahama IMF program? But when Mahama himself was under his own IMF program, he couldn't do those things.
Let us pay anyone that job so for Razak Kojopoku and I'm going to exactly 9 o'clock time check from our studios. Madame and Waba quickly me bam. Richard Bodu Ewaha, chairman of our public pra Ewaha, and I feel Razak, another Razak goes. Razak come, Razak Abubakar, a swimming constituency organizer of the MPP. Many more about the Twaso Edding come on, maybe this year. cycle no unhunu so ya what the Spanish garlic mixture and capsules where it is blended with 16 different herbs. Hahama makuma kudunsia eni akeka bom area Spanish garlic mixture and capsules no call you call 0266114111 and as call PFA pharmacy connect heba Misty heba dani heba for the men's me KNG Nisi pharmacy baseline pharmacy smart heba ewo boase okwa adrono wonsa ebe kan bim Razak
boss
good morning
morning
na apom
oh nyame adom
eden yankopon ase
nyame adom
Ashanti Regional Youth Mohoye
oh nyame adom me fa kwanya yiso na yora Yaya Salifu the deputy regional youth organizer we wish a happy birthday eno ami hu no now otibebi now oni broni bi na ti ho no
Yaya
broni no yo
oba
so person o ka so oba dia
so na wo hu na me buza no yo oba na
mi so e beba
oba na ba me team government hu so ne me ma nante tenye youth organizers na
wu say asem bi o wan careful about cause problem will be fie but no crane so mu nse me hu so no oba broni bi na ti baby
na be say the party uni say o twantro
but enu nye malice my yere mfa ne say ebi aya akopɛ girl and ase bi say nyesa na pesa bi chiro
ale hwa na ohu nya na obepena na
so we
tonight your birthday it's over 54 years
someone na pay me tisa wo ka say 54 years na everyday say meje tum by me ka say wo twantro
by all this over there too
every day say meje tum say I have 54 years me gidi say ya me nim ni die age na akakra sana o duru 40 cra sana o ko duru 50s ya na me nim
okay right yaman ko why
regional chairman so akosha akra
regional chairman wa fina na
oh my fino say zi ya dey an pe ya anko beti na
Razak
special shishana misimu na wase
Razak yeah okay IMF and command is say yedi the narration is that tibia na Ghana wom and ne kodwo puku abeka say abrabo na Ghana abo ema eko IMF ene abrabo ene Ghana abo yesi ye ko IMF no enye pe
obviously say obia na wan ka say pe say be every obia oye one obia oye economist obia oye politician unless any person person play mischief obia ni say conditionality the situation underground enye pe whenever IMF enye bosumu hawan for ntiase say enye bosumu bebia ye kope bosia na mo mza bosia na kope a ono obema obosia no obachire okwan obefa so a odibe use sika no said the beya obetime tu ani sika back amano ene na ma conditionalities ba mu
no
aside asa wo bank na wo kope bosia the bank no de yan so onim se oton kobi wodwom na mo up to say odi sika no be ko to kobi aton the bank na fa no ho
na se bia be tonto saka ho
bank na fa no ho
na wo hezo ba be tu ani sika amano
but I am then the enya sanity because osha wo sika
Wontumi 101.3
na wo hu say no krese sika no ode mawa sei ni na obetima de aye na dache ohie ni sika baka na sabeka and then I want for conditionalities IMF no more the conditionalities ma wo and na man for interest and you on the conditionalities ma wo o ma wo prepare program eba no what can I say no more susu no more share they know because bear in mind when you say a political party when you say at all the time person war political power so you ma prepare conditionalities eba no what can I say na waka na mo agree there ebebo mu nyina asa na we start releasing the sika e dey amount yanko back to nsema na me name eka an ba no credit 2015 they call IMF ananyesa 2015 they call IMF the last time they call IMF satam na Ghana na wan na tua nursing and teacher training allowance. Satam Ghana ha no one and I war NAPCO for over 90,000 now no to moka. Satam Ghana ha na policy ben na wo your friend planting for food and job. Satam Ghana ha na policy ben na wo na friend free senior high school. Communication ne kasa bimjidi say afi na Ghana for crabeti and more than before. Because se ofa de bia meka se ofa NAPCO enko a oyeba se ofa NAPCO na Ghana ban ofa omo contract of 3 years na utu omoka ofa nipa 100,000 utu omoka no oyeba na every month na Ghana about boka 70 million Ghana cedis NAPCO for 3 years. Every year bia na Ghana ban oboka 70 million Ghana cedis NAPCO for 3 years oyeba before the no bisa ho ena so etoro bia na mafo kasa akufo do kasa ye wo mamu ye wo etika so nsu ye huska na amafo entiase because sansa na NAPCO beba no 70 million Ghana cedis na aban eboka NAPCO for no sa sika no na ye mfa ma NAPCO for sa sika na ye wo hemfa na sika no ko friends free senior high school minu wunim the kind of sika aban apompe in before free senior high school answer na MPP baba ba mu say sika na wo hemfa na say sika na wo Ghana na dey this sika na eye nursing and teacher training allowance ye twem na say sika na na ye tuama nursing and teacher training for say sika na start am na NDC for twem sika na dey na wo hemfa so what we say conditionalities enye pe
101.3
clearly what we say conditionalities enye pe na den say oboko public hospitals na we say ambulance functioning ambulance ewo ho no enye anya hwe. The worst that you can say is that every constituency ewo Ghana you will function one ambulance ewo ho no Ghana ban and provide. And to sound normal normal Ghana ban e di Ghana fo sika aye. For over 4 years na Ghana na enye recruitment public sector say me boa e be chimaka.
Yeah.
You wo Ghana oyinba. You fa a pursue teacher for emo ye duma for 3 years. Na Ghana ban tu omuka. You we start to say betu omuka no. You try 3 months and the mom when I catch so so ma jai. Under this government, side in NC. Under this government, sir, ya fa waduma 1 year you tuauka na about 3 months no. Sir, under this government, sir, I didn't AC. Inti adia Ghana ban edi Ghana fo sika aye na ye ka any lead here into this stage and the conditions enye pe before say about COVID about 2000 early 2020 2020 before COVID beba na economy na it say Ghana for na how was we feeling na a system na it say yen kan ukre enchire yo after COVID by enye Ghana, enye African countries, a lot of European and South American countries. Yeshu situation na omudi omu COVID na ma ya kwakotom. Yeshu kwanya na misa ya ho say. And I know be na Ivory Coast say don't dare try to compare our economy with the Ivory Coast. Because yantene obi ada Ghana, a country so mu ben Nigeria, Ivory Coast, Benin and Togo. Omu bie nuwa. Next special service na edema health service for any Ghana for na under COVID. Na obi an kwejuma for close to 3-4 months na dey try and see what Nigeria. But Nigeria economy is worse than before. And see what Togo. And see what Ivory Coast. So me say Ghana for be fair to the Ghana government. Say, hey, no credit. If all that things being connected, normal to kwan, na church normal as na omo anka so mo reflect ya. Omo say Ghana overspending. Ghana by overspending Ghana sika. Because COVID them my no. That's a situation ni. COVID them by no. That's how no my yeti na enti na obi akra ennan no ho da. Say BBC ne besi. Maybe one or two reservations be a maye. I'm a say going forward, no. And now aban bia. They will say yes, na to me a share kwaya before so you be sanoman. On be na ubia graduate or person aban for ejuma.
Yeah. 101.3
Nobody
Wontumi Radio.
is
Nyamensa
obia no person or call private sector and also be no one can business. Because social programs na here no friends tertiary institutions and the doors also technical and your friends saying programs na here no into obi anu a obi afisi owie a person okotena bank and also say aban fa na ejuma e wo bebia every year bia no go say aman for apply for local government your friends saying opportunities every year bia anya nipa 2000 3000 aban fa nipa 2000 3000 aban fa the public is demanding say aban ebe den ebe for omajuma aban bia also is trying to do what to portray say or not so offer public ejuma say the be amount for bonus government create employment but I want to make a show so call most of your local government offices now bon one table nipa be for much of the same job title one table nipa be age 6 or much with the same job title onya hwe enya wo office no busumi so aban betua naka especially rural communities in airtime people are not going to work omoji akatua no proper supervision too much waste in the system and not the meditum but the makers say see ayakofa na ye in situation like this na Mr. government appointees any ministers omuma omu daily activities daily living and reflecting or how na yakoko to musisi because the more who take events now we are no be now we share man for yaw yanka who say political party at all the time you pay your friends say power and to say no the public perception is that one conduct who here am for beka say and say mu de mu ya no mudi sika na mudi akọ but the truth is that aban we ani Ghana sika odo mu call IMF the conditions na ye dey call IMF and before no enye pe before answer na be call IMF na Ghana na ye employ obi ejuma na there is a backlog of your friends say
yeah
next is na mo wie school about 3 batches na was say omu nyina ye for omu ejuma ya for enne sa backlog ni eni wonu enne e be dey say obeti say obi wie nursing training 3 years na ye fa na ejuma me boy e betimaka enne dey say obeti say obi wie nursing training 3 years na ye fa na ejuma enne dey say obeti say obi wie obi e kira dey ya fa na ejuma fresh 2 years ne aban entua ne ka enne wonte so Ghana for entiase IMF na ye kono enye say ye the omani ekwachi omani ntumpon ene hia and now again sikana e raise no ene nti meet ye capital requirement but sikana omo de ba no so ebetima boaye ama ye other project e de ama Ghana for enti yesre ye nyina ye rally behind but me gidi with said that ye competency our governance mijidi say after 1 year we will recover after 1 year we will recover and mimi jidi say conditionalities na aban ebe so original or say the be a free senior high school yentimi twem because it might be one of the conditionalities say be ka say mo che normal free dodo and bi wo mo nyim free policy ba ko anamani age ho pa napku because before then no na yentin in the history of this country say yati graduate unemployment association if you say take you over from government say graduate unemployment no yanti bibio because anya hwe yetumi provide a solution to about 100,000 Ghanaians.
101.3 Wontumi radio Nyamensa wo.
Me this a situation I then, but any bad than before. And yet bad than before, because conditionalities na na womb, conditions are not on my womb. Yeah, who the sika yeah. Oba, they be a catcher of me say a system of communication and you get it down to the people. But you see Rose, our Ghana, as in a bambia. You see, yeah, about 2017. The next thing I hear and say, and now Kumasi Rose, I say, Kumasi Aquanina say, Kumasi Aquanina say, and then offer a friend say, I told you, so now we'll call your friend say, Leak said now, Ubianka was same view because of the improvement now. Abba, it was Aquan so, and as I offer once a coin so, and I will qua now first of all, wow, a Juma by A&E. People are not talking about it. The situation is not all that bad, sir. So we share the kind of investment are buying in the capital market. Ghana for we share one district, one factory. The number of factories are buying the social interventions are buying there. Young party, political party at all the time. You are buying more. This is a social intervention policy. Ghana for.
Okay. That's it. That's about so. I'm quite Richard Boardway. Now I'm in Kotina and some about Chairman Edmond or Paul Pipra, aspiring National Affairs Vice Chairperson of the new Patriotic Party. But Bosha Babetima Bawumia, Inti John Mahama Kakra, Papa John, Madam John, on this IMF from Komoya and Sana, Mene Richard Bodu Aba Abatras.
World situation, the financial, the global. I do think we must also look at the realities of the world situation, the financial, the global financial crisis and all that. Our economy is still fragile. This year, we have revised growth figures downwards because of the developments in the international markets. You know, China's slowdown is affecting the whole international financial market. Our world has become an increasingly complex one and unpredictable. Majority of economies around the world are sailing against strong headwinds. I do think we must also look at the realities of the world situation, the financial, the global financial crisis and all that. Our economy is still fragile. This year, we have revised growth figures downwards because of the developments in the international markets. You know, China's slowdown is affecting the whole international financial market. Our world has become an increasingly complex one and unpredictable. Majority of economies around the world are sailing against strong headwinds. I do think we must also look at the realities of the world situation, the financial, the global financial crisis and all that. Our economy is still fragile. This year, we have revised growth figures down.
Challenges across the globe. Ochumuse and also a kahubi. Amatebia na yewumu Ghana hanam no. And also so onion so. Nanya COVID. Nanya Russia Ukraine war nanso so no Papa John Mahama ka said there be China for ho chire mu a e wunso Ghana so e wiase aman ni nyina aman kase no so mu chire mu a yenso so ye ho chire yen
Oheba but as we be wakonya odi amai
I wanted to speak to John Mahama's video on the voice.
I will speak to him. And I will
Europe on the private dealing with the Ghana before IMF under John Mahama, Ghana before IMF under His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
Matthew Ahimba. But as we be wakunya adima, as that can say, and we might read them on Yankopon, say, I share so. Amaya Hodeni Bambo say, Emetanian Sum Ghana mine. Na Etihasia, near that, a tea for Nashifun and I say, so so, and yet you say, and ye nyansa ni nimdio ba akonya bi na be down here comes to tea no hu de ekoso yes ye ka si de ehu no no so ate ase na ya chai roti kokoso e be we obi anso ye manachi otum for mare him be bia ba fo obi an me chia ba fo shia man brin to the 6 me chia no otum so da de so aba hene so ba fo kofi atobra me chia no na ma chia me ya me ma me fremo pare o say honorable mommy be bia obi anso be ma good morning ana Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe Oheba IMF na onim ai John Dramani Mahama 2012, then time not a vice president. Now you were talking about economic challenges.
ana 2015 no be president ana oman no be there to the extent say you were complaining na the speech you did this one was an interview one-on-one interview o kan o ye na just be kwa me for kan say no ewiase nyina ayedin China ayedin am say nya infect other countries so I say China one country not a continent China no economy no eco form na bibia ko form ama Ghana ye ho ye de kire enti o say ko IMF John Dramani Mahama o kan no and one thing say dey me hu say ye ko IMF a nya say ye ko for anything just for a bailout but onika say bailout I say uko hia financial assistance from your economy not to collapse John Dramani Mahama there the time no there your economy collapse kura wie o no so a kwadon common in penifo nyina kotena senchi yento ato adwene yebese ye ko IMF and the IMF there definitely okon ma conditionalities beba na the entire John Dramani Mahama NDC time no conditionalities ni ba say mayemfa adwumayfo bia na say na ye ni sika bia ye betimi generate bia chene animanim ya because our economy was down o say yawe na mpana mana kakase there were no options and at the time this was China according to John Dramani Mahama o say China economy is slowing down ama pressure beto yeso and ma John Dramani Mahama e peja Ghana e ko IMF say me Ghana e buy there mo nchire de enye I don't think that this time around share COVID MPPC e ko IMF o ma Jones e ko IMF e am pass na do so yet discuss so here bre share MPP ba mu how many years but your policies and implementation ni sika o ma dia wura this economy but John Dramani Mahama NDC time no there were nothing like that BBC NC but them bia no so now issue John Dramani Mahama na ka che say untimi ntopetro apake o ka si ona fro trotro untimi tina o man na economy na idea to free Ghana na ko tena be foforo
the specifically
Togo kotena Togo na bibia no a ya ka say pandemic a general problem this COVID-19 obia hu say pandemic etinya Ghana nko ha e wiase nyina ba bia ho kire oheba ayi Belgium for a demonstration France demonstration upon demonstration bus drivers airline drivers train riders obia demonstration teacher air demonstration ya chrome UK crowd ahon kire ho demonstration it something new to Ghanaians hwe see the yura anase na na do ni MPP aban
I'm trying kind the first 3 paragraphs of Sky News for reporter Omoyeye Enra that Bank of England tells lenders to prepare for deteriorated economic outlook. I said the Bank of England has told lenders to prepare for a deteriorated economic outlook. Banks were told to ramp up capital buffers to ensure they can weather the storm. The economic outlook for the UK and globally has deteriorated materially, the bank said as it published its latest financial stability report, largely blaming the impact of the war in Ukraine. Mm-hmm. The bank said the outlook for the UK economy is very uncertain. Mm-hmm. The Russian invasion of Ukraine could cause more disruption to global energy and food markets. Sky News report.
Enya Ghana asemo. UK asem na woka. See UK is
UK cross Russia Ukraine war not 13.
That is it. UK is say na hana. Na wo Ghana. Baby ayewo. Your president MPP omoya de. Na na tembia na ka say so say 2016 no Nanado ntimi ama no na amanfo ka say Nanado ka say on to or retirement dey and ana untumi akotwe ne bae but na Nyankopon ohihye bi odema Nanado because God knew say this COVID will come but he needed someone obetimi obtain and say obtain Ghana ama ye ho nkire because enye sa na ebia nka NDC and say different president that time at this time and ga ebia Ghana ehu ba bi e befa ye hu ba bi ye di etibeto but ye hwe ni nyina mu hwe this COVID time, ye nyanko IMF and I say Bibia and you say COVID by no school, you close school for more than 5 to 6 months. but teachers were being paid every month. Nurses and doctors, pharmacists, their salary was add up to some percentage. Every man near the moment
50% tax free.
That is it. So your institution in the Pabia and so now a man who start share say utility bills in so better what be my Ghanaians. Enuani ever be anto nchen na mimi Razaki can say be hwe napku Ghana yetiase o Ghana kwani wa association one employment gathering association wa muni adwumaye wo metra ase eno na NDC time ama for your demonstration upon demonstration ko kan ya NDC for be catch say mo ko gina kwa na mo pa yabo eza so mo ko patch potholes na mo yiska baba me ba no se da bi se de betimi aya betimi aso bibi so betimi ma Ghana timemfo no ho atom no ene sade dia menye napko initial napko no buy no and this was it was a fraud and I say scam bina abane be said 3 years and 3 years after 3 years you say ya absorb mo omunya market ya bibi eko ye fa bi anto nchen Sir John Adawma or the bibi say nya youth in afforestation that also create an employment to the youth aban pieska hwe see the covid abama wiase nyina uko USA almighty USA among fools high cost of living USA among fools I be cry so and come here come on to about Donald Trump because I got Donald Trump to one I can Ukraine Russia one Kenya de Emma this is a situation where now say this issue now happen or Russia Ukraine at the or how can say now be we are seeing na so na me say aban so hyehyehye bibia cause of me say bibia be because me recently a me say information me cry say Ghana is preparing cry say on betimi export to gas to Europe it will generate money to Ghanaians tem bia no eba alternative and options a unya MPP aba or policies otimi de toto eboa oman punto no oman nkoso hwe ye ko IMF say ba say bibia ina ko IMF conditionalities ni beba but I don't think say conditionalities in the acquire NDC because this government has a policy. And all government so on all the wide because me yeska me here bailout no more na me yes me economy President Akufo-Addo Kasebi I say we cannot bring our life back but we can bring the economy back. To this time now policy and I say proposal model kono they will determine say IMF ka say me sure say mo kan na abanso ko dia to say and say katu and say yes there be conditionalities be ade be favor o mine because that time JDM coin no any option be out don't make be out you mate don't make be out you mate just so benya sika onya sika ko buy no hwe sika say be say no MBB ba hwe sika buy e tuai ye wa say and this can be recover asada ni gidem ye hu ba be fine ye wa say ana bas brand ye this can be recover ye hu ba be fine ye wa say na teachers for kra pe chok kra sua de problem so muni bi ye wa say ana I confirm this guy jet say farming poultry farming and confirm to cost Burkina ye hu bi say ska we nyina ko waste it is another because you discuss so you come there no this is okay because all this investment and I say maybe you inject this ka na ka say timi yield the money and as a result from there but intimi ama let's can go waste a drain cost mo bi anya ho mfaso but me there the mesre MPP aban for now and say IMF good idea a bailout say your economy in collapse cry but the here kese say they should come out to educate the Ghanaians the populace mo hu butai ne faso a e woso they say John Doman mama video bi am share no as say o say the near age class Ghana ko IMF not because said o kind na you but who say this time around we need support e wiase nyina ayedin manti se Ghana for enya gidie na say ye to aba ma president Nanado se o medi o man so na president Nanado aya ade akodu ma bi as say Ukraine Russia wa be bed ma wiase nyina no say no o kasa o ya obesisi Ghana for ma Ghana for ho akire mo pese Ghana for ho be kire mo it's other there yenya ento adwene enko IMF yenko je moa na omuntimi moa ne fa me economy ni mu na economy ni ntimi moa na Ghana mpuntu enko ani that is the only thing na o ma pani betimi because wa nyesa o dada Ghana for ebe by na metie o se na utie alankojo chamaten
yeah
metie no o cheche no ma bebre mu ama o kan say no economy ana betimi agina so with only government institution private institution so ebem they absorb and I'm saying nipa boama economy near they move up. These things idea aban na hu a aban so ahia say odi sika ebe wura you start ma individuals bi etimi aye adwuma na economy na etimi agya na so bibia koye aban dia tem bia so be hwe US I can US asem okọ ayi omo economy na aban government wo oni be say 40% dia kan private UK government 40% dia kan private. It's aban na nyani suade hu bi say na be say odi sika twetwe so odi be wura you starting be boa na me nua Razak class be bia US school person me aban adwuma me bot time sa aban adwuma na yesen
sa aban adwuma no eyesei mesa ba horum bi ma menko Chairman Edmond Opop Prawe na me onusun kudi but I've been put way through I cited this memo signed by Honorable Stephen Sechere Abankwa, Chairman, National Planning Committee, National Annual Delegates Conference 2022, Bawumia, and it is dated Tuesday, July 5th. That is Enra Ena Omoye to all candidates. May I copy the National Election Committee, the National Council, the National Steering Committee, and it reads, on behalf of the party, the National Planning Committee for the National Annual Delegates Conference 2022 has decided that all billboards and other advertising along the principal streets of Accra be removed immediately, except the venue and national headquarters. The national chairman has been duly informed. Thank you. Inti abobra na bebo no wasibi.
Oyinba. But no so bebre.
No so bebre.
Udru edum hono ma.
Yes munyini nyina.
I think say
munyini nyina nenka stadium hon ko a and a national headquarters where the multi kobo name say Accra
relating to
the
Accra.
Principal street bia munyini nyina nenka Accra Sports Stadium and the national headquarters hono ye modia
call no ye
na mama krumu na ho na wo drive na nema be obi nam kwa wo hu no
you enya no kwa anti call say Ghana for no ensusu say bia MPP for almost engaging in profligate spending you say my wide IMF aba bebo afide billboards akese na we I mean in fact ensa we wiem na we say who says no why we are give I mean the impressions say omu putu chesabai no putu so much money and ya buy na such but you him say party no ena ewo buy no and somehow the relationship so the be I create different impression and my Ghana for and say party for no this kind no there ye ma bibia anye cool enye kam na yen limited no to only venue no I think say you call in the right direction yen na yen try na in fact ye adhere to enu kra na boa because it will cut down pressure be brave and a billboard be see as
and can we just get biana
oh on him about enu kra the issue I mean in fact I mean no
as we dey aboa pa be say
Debbie. But I'm trying to say in the general interest of Ghanaians a call in the right direction. Say I say you Friday na meje this we be big very big.
You 20 minutes. My mouth the next 8 minutes on now if near for the 10 minutes na be party politics
no enye big billboards. Enye in fact billboards akese e contribute na mom hwemu a contribution e marginal.
Yeah.
Say wasem no beto or mo asum.
Contribution asem a wo kan me tete asem bi o say what am I making the street? It is being rumored, but me tete say coca any some of the national aspirants be didn't come say he can ship the numbers to man who are no to their side of more near then go for appointment at national level. We got also contribution and make us out what the seminar made it. The material got so the kind of boss no national deputy national organizer and you say likely and the B will win if he's from Ashanti region and the intimate found also no from Ashanti region as deputy. But a discussion of course now only more to our man. Someone to go ballot box. Oh, okay. Every much a question.
No, the young partners other matters. Why?
I only and I say, and the Mamma Matina, Yaka party at 17, maybe boom. Razak, the baby son, we call Matessa could put to that offer, so or about 2 JFQs winning. Say, no cover about the trouble and Nafi, appointment. Okay, young that is on the lighter side.
One mention party issues.
I have said didn't come today. We have some 15 minutes near you.
And the main opportunity and chairman party members. A brand table will have for your friend Bawumia or Yejuma and Mamma Opa Micha Bawumia. Na machia regional executive na name also me come back come you be for IMF honum na nam no say radia adom en day me gidi say omo aba bedru omo ni government be share no pay na negotiations are started na dodo no ehwe say edien ne ma we see bebre Ghana fo enya abotoyem IMF no President Kufuor time ye ko hepic MPP and ye juma na ye free mu NDC de call John Dramani Mahama time ye buy ye juma e free mu enti no enya de ayam hihye wo na mom difference ni nyina no and say wo hwe IMF a mo buta no group no akese miensa ba ko no and say o ma policy advice say niema wo ye no enso ani papa eno nti na usika sem nyina asai enti no ansa ne bema usika no yesi eno ba no ko jinai policies no mo enibi nia no mo so na mu nyedu enti no eno reflect in no mo GDP brantia woni no edi nkomo no pe Razak Poku or culture, which was very true. So at the time NDC free, so GDP now fall to 3.4%. So what they compare this year COVID any Ukraine era crown first quarter no GDP is about 3.7. So until year worse performance no crown no EBT at that time and now free. So until no more there no a debt of ideas. So idea back on so IMF for no no and say omo eboa in the stability of world monetary system am saying send your music asem city omo manage no esifa no it is right now you who say send Ghana ECD no depreciate within this year no issue of concern now no idea one of them balance of payments say bia say ne usi didwa oni amansan didwa no entimi nso ani papa entino sikasam no ekofoma no entimi lead to the depreciation of your currency entino Ghana ye kwa balance of payment support at least 2 billion estimates no HSA is between 2 billion and 3.5 billion no na ye kwa said the beya ye de build the balance of payments no who said because of COVID-19 and yema ye kofa ba no ne bo eden enti no bo no
yema ye to no buru ye sika so bebre
enti wo de ye de ko ani de om de ye kofa ba om de no bo no ayeden so much say first na cause ama inflation kura aba and ama ye sika sam so ekofom enti ye ko ni akwa balance of payment support kakra and no ye part of nema IMF na no intense ebebua na ama macroeconomic stability so the be reduce poverty macroeconomic stability no inflation interest rates balance of payments ya aka ho eno no ye niema okeka bo mu a eboa ema I mean economy no timi ejina na we no difference back won so sombo no ne say yen yakoi enya fe ne yakwa ko gina ho se fa o policies emaya na say boy eme no policies there be yen ya ye wo ye homegrown policies ndc there no munisa enti no na ye de eko say na ya ye aba bedroom ne mum sika ye de to aso no I mean I didn't kakra because you sika sem due to balance of payments and you know high enti my kakra emfa empegem no need difference na Ghana any IMF ekwako shia yi expectations and answer policy ye expect say omu nshem kina at all costs a policy e be boost to agriculture sector cause number 1 eno no ebema aduane no adoso aduane abu the planting and food planting for food and jobs ye expect say a be key policy ye betila say yes kamo na ye mua farmers. It says 600,000 farmers and ye buoma yen trim enko maybe 1.2 double. Now ye expanded from small scale farmers to large scale farmers. It no one key area because number 1 say aduane ba ebema inflation no akofom because inflation key items mean say key one food driven. See nya aduane enough bia the whole year no inflation no enye so much. Everyone so eboa ema enyuma ekoso employment opportunities unse farming is about the largest employ at least about 40% of the population. It is very very key. So far sectors no service sector, agri sector, industry sector, though service grew fastest. But agri has a very large propensity to push the other sectors, especially industry. To we agri there expectation no and it's aside agri no yemfa policies are bebuama industry grow 1D 1F yebeboa omo pese omo co processing near this guy assure musem said the bear omo ebetimi apeja because who invest in agri na agriculture productivity no increase here the next thing no and it's also timi processing to the link between agri and then industry and only say agro processing I was say no so a key policy I mean you be pushy say omo MY you who say in industrial sector no asafa and this time crowd the industrial sector na call negative MPP time a pija name honum ne pija enyuma no ebeye mo osi yanko into larger scale I mean agriculture na mom say produce we na say one process pe eno na ma ebo no e follow so much ubu say tomato rebia na akwa akoto no 20 Ghana but also process into paste any other I mean finished products so we are no a third policy so I expect say government ebe push here policy ebe boy import substitution so so far I mean inflation says here key drive one food no the other one no import commodities ye de ban say offer be a giants to say UK and US inflation almost experiences say is the worst in about 50 years e be there 4 times e be there 5 times and you go to ade free on no chrome no very high and sana fried price grabber and he say yensu say ye enema ye import no policy ben ye de ebetudwa one key one 1D1F but ye expand said the buyer enema no ye import no ye be produce them in Ghana so raw materials and ye import ye import said the buyer ye de be produce finished goods so anwa oil anwa near ye di eno na ye kraba moa I will say and why you produce on in Ghana factories buying a bit attain into oil. Said some time ago, Jabe oil mill say no maybe. How do we expand it so the buyer will be improve local capacity? Now you produce more in Ghana. rice about a year ago now hovering around 650,000 tons. Meanwhile, the need is about 1.2 million tons. And going forward, no, so agri sector. Timmy target says within the next 2 years, I would say Timmy produce about 1.4 million tons. But you produce I would say processing. Near to me a mele near bargain very very nicely. So the bear near import no no a becofom na near ya produce no I am more. Now when you know say near my key areas is a bit me a juma I will say political well. So yeah what poultry farmers. Na omo produce na ye wo omo layers nkosua bebre na ye school feeding ama free SHS na ye import sardine guso there be no it shows a political war no any ho no I will say catch am say kosua no a poultry farmers are produce in Ghana no omo farm in kosua ni bi ema ye omo school every child should eat I mean at least one egg. We are pay. Poultry industry no has started a grow. Already I can earlier say agriculture sector output no increase. We increase now when you a brew more. Now a feed into the poultry industry. So now and also a import substitution because say no you import poultry no near go that can pass no more. And you know we reduce no. Not local poultry industry, no agro. Then you also have the political world. Say, I mean, institutions are government directly. Eto aduane ma omu anase efidi omu nyina omu nyusu locally produce I mean food products and then items near your process. You nyusu eggs produced in Ghana. I mean broilers no only those ones no ebi Ghana yen use heyade enti who say who share we ase na oh yeah intention no any say who build a robust and resilient economy. COVID any Ukraine time who went to me and build a robust and then resilient economy biano you are going to be affected seriously. I will say you build yourself against external shocks because they say you hunu HSA you need another external shock. The only thing that ube to me a 45 who say ube grow local industry. Titru agric now odiaba industry now in Ghana you have a direct import substitution industry. Now the political war no attach. Cause institutions are government ehwe mu nyina che free SHS monto mo a yedua no Ghana me enkoto Uncle Sam any hwan bia said the bear obi a wa struggle adua emo no e wo Ghana no ono nso no ebenya sika kakra egu ne motom na omo nso ayen ya training omo e bia polytechnic university hwan omo nso akọ that area na omo ahya mainland. No, the ya no ni so kokotomo na wa mele or mele wa bag no nicely wa perfume na school see eto. You have enough storage system. Don't say silos. You have to install. I mean, serious. No? So the whole year it's a serious available. Price no, it will not fluctuate too much. And you know, media me expectations, policies bear me and say matching. Very key. In whatever homegrown policy government implementing as of now.
If I say, Razak, unfortunately, we ran out of time. We need to wrap up.
But it was good. He said, Razak Upugunzo MI a lot.
Yeah. Razak Upugunzo, I'm having a
Oh, we say it as it is said. No na do na find any difficult some better say no enye time bia so na no obi aba ya adwene obi a wona adwene na me kwa ya mpese obi nim ba ya adwene.
Yeah. Okay, so internal election nyako dia home nyame adoma next week sabi na Accra, yes.
Accra program over Subio.
Mobile Subi.
But that day no one for you.
We will give you an extensive, detailed coverage of the national conference, and the coverage will begin from Monday.
I'm involved throughout.
Say.
Program account.
Is your co-producer?
Co-producer.
I'm a comedy cry.
Maybe because my interest,
fantastic.
Election, home affairs. Candidate Bakopen, I'm supporting our own free region. And then Salam Mustafa. I'm supporting our free regional. Chairman to I'm supporting vote.
Okay.
In fact, election deals or person me will be manner.
Obayaman. GFK binya vote.
Yes, we know. Yes, vote.
Nana B binya vote.
Nana B winning.
Because you say binya vote.
I'm mixing kind of commercial.
So fresh anti ha.
Me say me
share.
Me cause we share. So say home
say now
the home the solutions today. Home affairs. And because you say so fresh so.
Or national chairman.
National chairman.
National chairman. Regional chairman say me to Obama Stephen team.
And also to my John Bodu.
That be say baka say no me
Richard, yes sorry.
I said national election MPP. Dedi Kenya medical bo ama.
Yes ko kaso appointment too.
Awa hefa.
Enti is it trade omomo tomorrow no. Obetuma shepin ko for ma beto ama. Na Owiana permanent appointment.
The medical can't first vice. Chairman Edmond Pompe.
I said on what to be saying.
I saw a election in that for me.
Let's my election get to where who go now for say.
Election for you best delegates for Ghana for nya say the money MPP said you betimi edin kuruma to so aboa Ghana man. So say IMF Chairman church policy ni normal bebrebe mu nipa say na MPP for mu hi am so beboa ama party etimi atu important na oti adwuma na say na me de bia me ba assemble akopani nipa ba akopana me kana asem Professor Christopher Amia Konfi adwuma papa yi po sisi onam nothing original adwuma opo ne tima on the concern nyina ye normal me nupe say party mano titu delegates no wa wasoma o term of office akwa akotena nchen wa wutima ebedu ba bi untimi say nya adwuma o party no bi no mo wo afa ne hia no asana de tosu bi ma ye say party no betimi atena so acha break the 8 ama emputu ne nkoso ayere abagana enti adia me ka che delegates ni nyina say eduru onu ma mamo nhwe bonku mamo nhwe nifa o ka ho sa 1 2 3 Professor Christopher Amia Konfi wase nyame agya
Aba, this is good.
And I think the third time MPP so here echo competition omo tia so say ye toa so dey break 8 no it is significant e dey ma say third position na say it me break here.
Thank you. All right. Chairman, a minute na enko.
Oheba wadama chairman bebem no.
Me ba so me no awi. Chairman ma yes Nyankopon kan unfortunately chairman ma ahwere ni apani. Chairman ma onimsu and I'm afraid to say no season. And yes, I know who are you. Monkafra. It's very difficult.
Yes,
but I mean, say Allah onim niye and a oye. Now, no one so in Combafaso Behum in the absence of their brother. So, my baby, I will be a Yankopon and count.
Yeah, Chema Uma will be a channel.
But the fact is, Chema man, your man said, yeah. Now, on Hineba research, I hear a far party in whom be brave. MPP for and to my first vice. Now, I'm in far research no meboa. Timwa time easy a cuckoo dampa. Major said this time MPP ebe here say Chairman the man of Pompe very
good. May they be tight the obe winning as national chairman nechi nani more you do.
What was the one winning?
Oh I know the me in fact higher no any advisable say I mean me count because you are aware say I'm also
Razak Minfield
o person who na who win or no person who win
Minfield Razak Minfield
me call for national first vice see a henny to stakeholders all angles obia ento mame here obe winning as I mean national vice no national chairman me ba na
be yedwuma tin
policy re-engineering revitalize and recapture you be breaking it down name party for su ehia yen we are aware researcher ye no Ashanti region the ba abonti bebre ye de eba near the aba be boa party no na party ba ufi say untimi emmeya aban no we time ye pese ye bridge that gap no near the party no ben government said the bear won so de uhia no wonsa ebeka enti no party ma munkami na omo ye hu o mai mesremo ye behia ansa ne akoto aba no wo Ashanti we ye low hanging fruits so say mango no aba no bo asoa eben o de pick eno ansa tie no ansa ne wo nkomu no wakwakotie no pick the low hanging fruits first.
Okay, may I say, I know I chairman Edmond or Pop Prayapon, you see